Hey guys, hope y'all are having a good day. So this week we are going to learn about the armor of God, which I found in Ephesians chapter 6. So did you know that the Bible tells us that we are supposed to fight? I know that seems a little bit strange since the Bible tells us to be really kind to each other and to love each other, doesn't it? But the Bible does tell us to fight. But it doesn't tell us to fight other people. It tells us to fight evil. Evil is anything that is against God. Sin is evil. There are even evil spirits, like we talked about when Paul and Silas were put into prison for making the evil spirit leave the girl. An evil spirit comes from someone named Satan. Satan is God's number one enemy. So when we're following Jesus, and when we're living the way that Jesus wants us to live, it means that the enemy of God will also try to stop us from living the way Jesus wants us to live. He may try to get us to forget the truth of what Jesus tells us. He may try to get us to do things that we know Jesus doesn't want us to do. There are many, many ways that he can try to stop us from following Jesus. And that might be really scary to think about. But guess what? There's great news. We don't have to be afraid. Jesus is bigger. Jesus is stronger. Always. Always the greatest. And he has even given us a way that we can protect ourselves against this evil. Just like the men in the Bible put on big pieces of armor to go into battle, we are told to put on armor too. Isn't it armor that you pick up with your hands and you place on your body like a soldier going across a field to war? It's not that kind, but it is something that we are told to put on. So how do we do it? How do we put on something that you can't see with your eyes? Well, the first thing we have to know is what the armor is that we're supposed to wear. Well, there are 6 pieces of armor. And then there's one more that holds everything together. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about the very first piece of armor, which is called the belt of truth. Okay, so when we wear a belt, the main idea of the belt is to hold our pants up so they don't fall onto the ground, right? Well, now think about a carpenter or another workman, if you will. Maybe you've seen your dad go out to fix or build something with his tool belt. That tool belt is used to hold all his tools into place so that he has exactly what he needs right there without having to go back and forth and get all the tools. Well, in a similar way, the belt of truth reminds us about the truth of God. God has given us many promises, and he has said many things that he will do or he has done, and the belt of truth will help us remember these things. And when we're scared or afraid, we can remember that Jesus said he will never leave us or forsake us. And we know that that is true. The enemy is called the father of lies. He will try to make us think that we can't believe the things that Jesus tells us. But the belt of truth reminds us that God is faithful to his word, and we can know that we can trust him always. Okay? All right, so this week we are also going to make a craft to help us remember this belt of truth that we're supposed to remember to put on, to remember the promises of God. So we have one already made, so I'm going to show you this one first. So in your packet, you're going to have these white strips of paper, I'm sure, and they're going to have little holes poked in them and little holes. And then on the bottom parts, we're also going to have these little flags that are going to have Bible verses on them. So you can color like this one. You can color the white strips of paper any way you want to. And then you are going to take these, after you color them any way you want to, you're going to take the pieces that don't have holes in the ends. Okay, you're going to take these plain pieces and you're going to staple it together. Okay, then after you staple them together, you're going to take the little flags with the Bible verses, and then you're going to put them all down the front. Okay, the front, whichever one you want to be the front. And then after you get everything on the front is when you're going to take these blue strings, and you're going to tie the blue strings onto the end, and you're going to have your mom or dad or somebody help you just fit it on here and tie it around your waist and see what feels comfortable. And then they'll get it tied just nice and tight to where you can put it on and off the way you like it. And you'll have your very own belt of truth that you can wear around, and you can always remember God's promises. Pretty cool, huh? All right, well, that's it. And hope you learned a lot today. Again, you can find what we learned this morning in Ephesians chapter 6, and it is talking about the full armor of God. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Hope you have a good day.